What is up guys, this is Lock, YGO, and welcome back to the channel, and today guys, I'm bringing you my 25th place Portuguese National Championships Scareclaw deck profile. That's right guys, I decided to play Scareclaw in the National Championships because of two reasons. First one is that I love this deck, I really like playing this deck, it's really fun. And the second reason is because it actually kinda works against some decks on the meta, and so I wasn't really going to try hard that much. But it actually started going really well for me. I was like, I ended up 5-3 in rounds, but at some point I was 5-1, and so I had like 2 rounds and I had to win one of those, and I just got really unlucky in the end, and I didn't manage to get the top 16. But oh well, what really matters is just that we had fun. I went with some of my friends, and we all have fun together. We've had a really good time, and so as long as we're having fun in this card game, that's all that matters. So yeah, let's just get into the deck profile itself. We start with the main deck and we play triple Scareclaw right card, best card in the deck. This is just literally engage if you have 3 monsters in defense, you search and draw, that's insane. 1 Visa Starfrost for some synchro plays. And triple Astra, this is in my opinion the best of the little dogs, because he's the one that gives the extra attacks for your right card. So this card, together with Scareclaw Kashtira and defense and the right card in extra monster zone, you have game if your opponent has nothing on field. Next we play double Scareclaw Acro. This is the one that gives bonus attack for each monster in defense position you control, and double Scareclaw Balloon. So he's here because he's the one that gives the piercing and is a name for the 1-card combo that you have in the deck, and I'll show the 1-card combo in the future. But fun fact guys, if you guys didn't know, I found this out not really that long ago, but each of the small Scareclaws represents a phobia. And that's really interesting for me. I like, when I play my decks, I like to know about the lore, and Astra represents the fear of, the phobia of thunderstorms. The Scareclaw Acro, the Acro represents the fear of heights, and that's why he has wings, and Balloon represents the fear of, the phobia of needles, that's why he has needles. It's really interesting for me. Anyway, next we play triple copies of Kashtira Fenrir. It's just a very good card and searches you your Scareclaw Kashtiras, which we play 2 of. And guys, I wouldn't play Scareclaw Kashtira at any less than 2. You could go with 3, but I think 2 is just a sweet spot on this deck. Moving on, we play triple Santa Claus, and he's here because we're playing a go second build, if you guys didn't know, and you get to tribute your opponent's more problematic monsters, and you get a defense position monster in their side of the field. And that's really important for this deck, because you want to have at least 3 monsters on the field in defense position to trigger your field spell and your Reichardt's bonus effect. Moving on, now we move on into the spells. We play double field spell. I don't think we need to play 3, I kinda missed it in one of my games, the 3rd copy, but I think 2 is just fine. Next we play triple arrival, actually thinking of bumping this down to 2, not sure, sometimes I need the 3rd one, but we don't really want to get into much of a grind game with this deck, so I think 2 could be fine, but I played 3 and I liked it as well. Moving on, 1 Defanging, really love this card, gives protection to your links, gives untargetability, and helps get rid of unbreaking their boards, and also banishes the monsters your Scareclaws destroy by battle, which in my opinion is really strong. Next, an amazing card, Forbidden Droplet. This card is insane, it's really good in this format guys, don't sleep on it. Next, we play triple Trust and triple Talons. Since there's so many hand traps running around, this card is insane. Next, we play some board breaking, double Lightning Storm, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Duster. And guys, you're probably wondering why Dark Hole, why not Raigeki, and why are you play even Dark Hole at all? So, there's a couple reasons. First one, it's the obvious one, which is blow up their entire field. Second one is because sometimes, just sometimes, we want to have our field cleared out. Imagine you have your Light Art in the extra monster zone. Sometimes you want to get rid of him up here, and you just use Dark Hole for that. Or even sometimes you just have like a Nibiru or a Nibiru token on your side of the field, and you use your Dark Hole to get rid of that, so you can just summon Fenrir if you have it on your hand for free. Moving on, we play 1 last spell, Change of Heart, to get control of your opponent's most annoying monsters. Stealing an Appaloosa with this, it's amazing. And finally, the 1 trap, Scareclaw Twin Saw. I know this is a go for, second build, but this is here just as a searchable disruption, and this actually works pretty well against Snake Eyes, because if this card is in your graveyard and there's a link 3 or higher on the field, and keep in mind, it doesn't have to be your tryhard, it can be one of your opponent's monsters, for example like the Promethean Princess. You can banish this from the graveyard, and no player can activate the effects of Link monsters on the field for the rest of this turn, so this is actually a pretty good card against some Link heavy decks. So that's all for the main deck. We're playing a 40 card build, and now we move on into the extra deck. So in the extra deck we play double copy of Lightheart. I don't think you should play it at 3. Sometimes I miss him, but nah, that's besides the point. We don't need 3 copies. I think 2 is just sweet spot. But you do need to play triple copies of Rykart, as he is the main boss monster of the deck. Next we play 1 Link Spider, and it's here just in case we get Nibiru. Sometimes you can keep comboing off, so you just link away the token, make Link Spider, and then if you get 2 more effect monsters on the field, you can actually go for another copy of Tryhard if they need the first one. Next, 1 SP Little Knight, this card is just broken. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, as sometimes we need a high attacking monster on our side of the field, and you can actually sometimes make Phoenix under your Tryhard, which will trigger the effect to pop a spell or trap and draw an extra card because they're both co-linked. Moving on, 1 Dark Charmer, just a generic Link monster that helps you climb up your Link ratings. Next, 1 Appaloosa, just a great card overall, and 1 Access Code, but guys, let me tell you, you don't usually go into these during the first turns of the duel, you can go into them during the grind game mostly, so they're just here just in case you need them in the grind game. Next, we play 1 Vicious Astrolabe, that's why we play Visit Starfrost to fuse off into this guy, that helps a lot with board breaking, and same thing with Chaos Angel. This card together with Tryhard is insane, especially because 99% of the time you'll be making Chaos Angel with Light and the Dark, which is Visit Starfrost and the Rykart, so he'll be unaffected and indestructible. So this guy together with the Tryhard makes for a very hard board for your opponent to deal with, and most decks really don't have an out for this. And guys, if you guys didn't know, when you have these 2 cards combined, you really set up, because you just synchro into Chaos Angel, you summon it with your field, and then you banish the materials from their graveyard to summon the Vicious Astrolabe into the field and pop a monster on their field. So this is almost basically game by itself, you just need a little bit more damage and you can OTK your opponent instantly. Moving on, we play 1 Changing. This is like a secondary version of the Chaos Angel. I prefer the Chaos Angel, but this is actually a pretty good card by itself against some specific decks. And finally, last card, 1 Typhon, which I didn't go at all into during the tournament because I would either win by OTK, which was what I did the most, or lost in a very early grind game because this deck can't really grind with your opponent's decks. So yeah, this is all for the extra, and now we move on into the side deck. And in the side deck we play triple copies of Nibiru, just a great card overall, and it's one of the only 1 traps that I'm running, the other 2 being 1 Bestial Druid Swarm and 1 Magnamut against Voiceless Voice, or some decks that are very reliant in the light and dark monsters in the graveyard. Next, we took a page of the Tempai Dragon's book and are playing by ourselves the 3 copies of Heatwave for when we are told to go first. This card is great because you can just activate it, you skip your turn, you skip their turn, but then basically it's back to you and you have more cards and you can just OTK from there. Next, we play triple copy of Cosmic Cyclone, which is a great card overall. Nothing to say about this, every deck's running it at the moment. And then triple Dimensional Barrier, this card is insane against a lot of decks, against Branded, Tempai Dragon, wherever you name it. This card's just insane against so many decks in the format, it's a must play 3 of, and if I could I would play like 6 of them, to be honest. And finally, 1 Scareclaw Clash for going first. It's an Omni Negate and lets one of your defense Scareclaws attack, which is also a pretty nice added bonus effect, but the main effect is the Omni Negation by triggering it itself. And to be honest guys, I didn't really see the card that much and I never got to use it during the tournament, so I can't really tell you how effective it would have been, but apart from that it feels that it's an actually good card, and since it's searchable, might as well play it at 1 copy. So guys, I almost forgot, really quickly, I'm gonna show you the 1 card Scareclaw combo that gets you into the Tryhard with some follow-up if you want to. So, all we need for this combo is 1 little Scareclaw monster, preferably a level 3, and in this case I'm gonna use a Balloon because he's commonly known as the worst one. So, we'll normal summon Balloon and then link it off into the Scareclaw Lightheart. On summon, Lightheart's effect will activate and search you the field spell, the Reichphobia. You can then activate the Reichphobia and use the effect to search for 1 Scareclaw monster. In this case, you want to search the Scareclaw Rykart. After that, you can special summon to the same column as Scareclaw monster your Riot card and activate the effect in order to search your deck for one Scareclaw spell or trap. In this case, we're going to be searching the Arrival. After that, you can activate the Arrival, target one Scareclaw monster in your graveyard, which will be alone, and special summon him in defense position. After that, we have 3 different effect monsters on the field, and we can link all of them into the boss monster, the Scareclaw Tryhard. After that, you can still activate the effect of the Scareclaw Tryhard, bringing back one level 3 Scareclaw monster, and keep in mind it has to be a level 3, and then he allows you to search for any Scareclaw monster, and after that you will be locked into Scareclaw monsters for the rest of this turn. Cards that you can search here are the Riot card for the follow-up on the next turn, or one of the little dogs like Astra or Acro if you want to boost the attack of your Tryhard for your opponent's turn, and even if you want to interrupt him or have more defenses, your Scareclaw Kashtira, because he will negate the effects of monsters that all of your Scareclaw or Kashtira monsters battle, so this can actually floodgate some decks, for example like Tempai Dragon during their battle phase. So one of these 3 is the most optimal search in my opinion. Most usually would be between these 2, and depending on the situation, if you want to get the follow-up, you get the Riot card for the next turn to special and search, or the Kashtira to summon even this turn or during the next main phase on your opponent's turn to disrupt their effects during their battle phase. So yeah, that's it for the 1 card combo, guys. Anyway, so back to the video. So guys, this is all for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, 25th place, not mad at all. I'm a little sad that I didn't manage to get the top 16, but to be honest with you guys, I went into the tournament without any expectations at all. And to win anything else, I was just there to have fun. And then when I got like into the third round and I was 3-0, I was like, okay, now this is getting serious. Why the heck did I not study this format more? This is gonna bite me in the back in a little bit, I'm sure, and it did, because I didn't end up getting the top 16, which I never got in the past. I never topped the National Championship or a big event like that, except for some regionals and stuff like that. So I'm kind of sad at the same time, but I'm also really happy because it was a great experience for me, and the most important thing is that I was playing a deck that I love. I really like Scareclaw, and at the end of the day, I think that the goal of Yu-Gi-Oh, at least for me, it's to have fun and play with your friends and enjoy the time you're playing the game. So for me, being able to play a deck that I really like and at such a big event and actually winning so much was a very cool experience, and I would like to thank everyone that I played against and that I played with, and the people that went to the event, because it was a great event in the end of the day. So guys, like always, thank you for watching. This is LockYGO, and I'll see you on the next video. Out!